morning! It's registration day, which means I have to be on the computer pretty much from 4:20 to 4:30. That means it's gonna be really hard to hit the bus unless I leave early and find a computer that I can use. But yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I really hope to get the classes I want because then I don't have to worry. But yeah, that's for later on. Today I just need to get ready, go to class, take notes, turn in assignments before 5 o'clock. And at 5 o'clock. Yeah, 2 assignments, one due online, one due in person. Both of them done, somewhat. I need to talk with Christina about one. Yeah. I really don't like this coming week. These 2 assignments are due, registration is due, I've got a midterm on Wednesday, a paper due Friday. And then next week is an midterm and another paper. And then it's Thanksgiving, so then that's fine. The next week and a half is going to suck royally. I mean, who's with me on that? You have to admit, my schedule really sucks. We'll see how registration goes. Okay, so now I'm waiting for the box to reset. That way I can leave and get to class. But I figured I'd share something that was it's really screwed up. I mean, I don't care how much you hate somebody or don't like them, and you don't even have to hate them. You just have to find them to be jerkish, really rude. But you draw a line. You don't do this. You don't tag, actually the door's been repainted, but you don't graffiti their doorway with spray paint and markers and all that stuff. You don't do that. I mean, what's wrong with people? I mean, sure, owner's a jerk sometimes, but he still doesn't deserve that. Just waiting now. Usually I'm gone by now.
Cats like boxes.
For sure.
Big ones.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I was reading. Just. Alright. But honestly, who thinks that's really screwed up despite him being a little jerkish? Comment below. Of course you're going to comment below probably anyways. But I feel I have to get in the way of saying it. Get in the way of saying it. Yes, I have to block myself from saying it. No, I have to get used to saying it. You know, involve you guys, not just kind of drag you around with me. Well, this was a nice adventure. I walked by the room that we were studying, or we were going to have our study review session in several times because I was looking for 123. Well, the thing's not marked 123. It's not even marked as a actual building. It's just Science Lecture Hall. That's it. That's the name of it. That's the name of the building. That's the name of the room. Teacher said it's in Silo 123. It's right next to the silo. The silo is way over there. And our building is way over there. They are not next to each other. They lied. And so it took me about an hour before I went to try and find it. I then gave up and walked home. Or no, I caught the bus and went home.
I then got home with enough time to burn dinner. Pretty much. I made a grilled cheese and the pan wasn't big enough, so I burnt it like really badly and didn't get to melt the cheese all the way. Next attempt though, I'm gonna do a little better. I was just kind of rushed. And then when I got here, it's funny too, because phone was dying, so I plugged it in while I made dinner, left, got to school, still didn't know where the hall was. Realized I don't have my phone. I can't call Christina. I can't get help finding it. I'm screwed. So I raced home, got my phone, came back, and then it was, oh, it's next to the silo. Once again, silo right there. All these rooms, all this area is near the silo. She said, oh, it's the one with all the millions of bike racks in front of it. Well, there are millions of bike racks in front of the silo area. So I was a little more confused. And I walked around and around and around, checking everywhere. Finally, I texted her. I'm like, I'm still not finding it. She said, it's past the bus depot. Not the big building, but the small building after the big building. And I'm like, oh, it's that building. Oh! If that was what was said in the first place, I'd have been there on time. I was about a half hour late getting to the review session. Should be a little easier. Also, or should be easier to find the review session for statistics on Thursday, which is going to be really easy anyways because it's the same room as our class. But it'll be interesting because our final is in that crammed little room. It's going to be very interesting. We'll have more space than last time. But it'll definitely be interesting because there's not enough room to fit everybody every other seat. I'm a little skeptical about this. And now I've got a nice long walk back. Yay! Because I parked on the other end of campus. Of course, because I didn't know where the room was. Hate that, don't you? When you're trying to find some place and you can't. And no matter what people are telling you, you just can't seem to find it. And that's because you were told it's near something and it's not. It's kind of annoying, but that's the way the world works. Great. Tomorrow, my 8 hours get spent studying for o-chem, because there's a crap load to study, and food shopping, because we're running out of food. Oh well. But that'll be it for tonight, because, well, I'm gonna go and watch some TV, veg out so I can get my brain prepped and ready for tomorrow. Large studying this. I just don't get a break these next 2 weeks at all. So good night.